Hey guys, Miles here, and welcome to another episode of Power of Destruction. It's been a long time since we uploaded our last episode here. Just want to update you guys on what I'm doing with the lineup that I'm using with new banners coming in. So this is the latest on a water day. It's my highest score on a water day, I think, and close to my highest score overall. Maybe, or probably this is highest. I forgot the score I got during the light day. But anyway, the lineup that we use here, we're gonna discuss the items. I'm gonna share the replay as well. So for team number 1, we used Maylin Fisher, Go Gunhee, Alicia, and for team number 2, we used Saw, Jae-in, and Yusoyun. Okay, so let's check it out, and the replay will be at the end of this video. Let's go. So guys, for team number 1, this is the lineup that we use. But before we go into the composition, let me just show you real quick what Jinwoo is currently using as well as his stats right now. So he's already at 30k attack with 50% crit damage, 178%, and a very low def pen and damage increase, which I think is fine. We're just gonna discuss the other approach later on because I already got the A5 Grimoire 2 days ago or a day ago. So we're gonna do that next time because I already got the 1.7 billion, which is my highest so far currently on the water day. So that's why I saved it. I was supposed to test the Grim. I actually tested this already a while ago, but I haven't mastered it yet. But I got around 1.55 billion on that, on the DPS Jinwoo, but I will try the support Jinwoo next time. So our stats is still gonna be pure strength, although ideally I just don't want to spend some gold anymore. Ideally I would add a bit of precision to reach at least 90% here for more consistency, because if I do that, I'm gonna lose very little attack, and that would help me push the consistent damage here. Okay, so I always do that. If you've been watching my POD, you guys already know how I balance the stats here. So for my skills, I'm still using the armor break, vacuum wave for increased damage taken. For the Grim version, I'm using the sequence explosion, but we're gonna elaborate more on that next time. So still using cutting rush, annihilation, and then blessing stones here. So I just use this for a bit of attack and defense on the team, even though it's not the most optimal thing right here. I think it kind of helped a bit. There's not going to be much difference anyway. For cooldown, because Alicia is already breaking too fast, along with Go Gunhee, and then Pulverize Steel and Bloodlust for defense decrease. And so the way it works right now is that you guys already know that there is a good synergy with Go Gunhee and Maylin Fisher, because Maylin Fisher provides a lot of defense percent, improves the core attack, which is one of the main damage skills as well of Go Gunhee. Huge chunk of his damage is gonna come from that core attack. And then Maylin Fisher is just using the Guardian set again. Alicia will proc all the shields, and everyone is gonna get the benefit, and as well as this one to kind of help Alicia get a bit more damage increase on the elemental damage. So my Go Gunhee here has 20k defense there, crit 193% crit damage, and damage increase 21%, light damage 11%, although it doesn't matter. 8-piece grid to help push more crit rate on Alicia, because Alicia needs a lot of crit rate, guys, because she doesn't have that much compared to units like Mirei or Chahe. Okay, but Suyun's got the worst crit rate. She doesn't have anything on her kit that adds crit rate. So for this one, these are the skill levels. As you can see, I already maxed the core attack. You can see here, core attack here, and he's also gonna activate that frequently. And we have our first skill here, which is gonna receive damage bonus. That's why it's already level 10 here. And then of course our ultimate. So the synergy here is really, well, Go Gunhee's damage, you guys know Go Gunhee's damage is really strong, and he will be enabled by Maylin Fisher for now. And he's also a grid set carrier with 8-piece grid, which is gonna support the team as well. And he also has this critical hit damage 30% buff on the team. So I actually haven't checked if this one works on the dragon, but I would assume that it's working. But if not, well, that sucks. But I think it's gonna work. So that 30% is actually huge if you put it on Alicia as compared to giving it to Chahin, because Chahin has a really high natural critical hit damage because of her weapon, because of her kit, and Alicia's got pretty decent but not the highest out there. Okay, if you compare Alicia to Mirei, for example, Mirei's got a lot of crit damage, Chahin's has got a lot of crit damage, and so there's gonna be some sort of a diminishing effect there because it's additive to the current critical hit damage. So I think that's gonna help Alicia deal a bit more damage as well. On Jinwoo, I think it's just right because Jinwoo has a lot of crit damage percent as well, but it's mostly for Alicia. So the reason why we didn't use Saw there anymore is, firstly, there's no synergy with Saw. Nothing, absolutely no synergy with Maylin, no synergy with Alicia, no synergy with Jinwoo. So Saw is basically just a damager, like a sub DPS there, grid carrier. So what we did there is that we transferred Saw on team number 2. So for the stats of my Alicia here, it's 22k attack, 190% crit damage, and death pen and damage increase, pretty equal. Balance there, I think it's fine because one of the things that they're gonna do here is to break the hands. So there's no shadow step there, and water damage is 10.54%. Skill levels here, 10, still not gonna add anything here anymore, and still using 4-piece curse and 4-piece expert set. So for the second team, I made some adjustments on Song Jinwoo, especially on the blessing stones, because the pacing is much slower compared to team number 1 with Alicia, who's very fast, and therefore we needed the reawakening so that the skills will be available the next time the hands get broken. And we also focus more on Song Jinwoo's damage on the blessing stones with the dagger plus the double-edged sword. So for the hunters, we use Chahi in there, and her role there will be just to be another DPS, as well as to actually make it easier for Suyun to do some crits. So Chahi in is here, 21k attack, 12% damage increase, 184% crit damage, and then just wearing some accessories for stats. And here we go. And this one. So Narsuyun is also using 4-piece curse, 4-piece expert. Here are the skill levels, and the stats are 20k attack, crit damage here, death pen and damage increase. Quite decent, and there's really good amount of DPS coming from her in this run. And lastly, for our Saw, I actually was testing Saw to become a DPS here. Tested a lot of combinations, but I kinda like didn't feel like it's gonna be good. I actually tried using Saw as DPS with 4-piece curse and Emma carrying the 8-piece grid, and kind of tested that as well. Tested Min, tested Deborah, and I felt like this was the easiest for me. And the reason is we are using 3 DPS with utility skills, and it's much easier to do some shadow steps because it kind of made the pacing a bit faster but still slower than team number 1. So here's the stats of my Saw. There you go. Really good there as well. Good damage, crit damage, death pen and damage increase. Well balanced, and skill levels plus the artifacts here. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this lineup. If you want to watch the replay, it's gonna be in this video as well. And just real quick guys, if you still need some codes, we still have thousands of codes to give away, and we have a new code coming soon with 500 Essence Stones plus, I'm not sure, but there are gonna be some items plus 500 Essence Stones on this one. So probably the mission will be up within the next 24 hours maybe. So if you want to receive those as well, make sure that you support me in the SLA Content Creator Program, or if you just want to support me because you love what we're doing here, all you have to do is to go to the link in the pinned comment or in the description. Again, thanks so much for all the support, and shout out to all of you guys. Wow, Sleep. Thanks Sleep, 19 days, now at number 3, and all of you guys, thanks so much. Thank you so much again guys to all our supporters. I'm not gonna show the rest of the rankings anymore because that's gonna show the points as well. So to give you guys a bit of privacy there, But yeah, just want to let you know, guys, I really appreciate all the support. So now let's watch the replay.